go to this hill, you'll find a cave. And in there, you'll see some deities of Krishna. So Lord Chaitanya went to the cave in the hill. And according to his biographer, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he excavated deities of Nanda, Krishna's father, Yashoda, Krishna's mother, and little baby Krishna in this cave. So Lord Chaitanya was carrying out what I've called transcendental archaeology, excavating these deities. And he did that in the year of 1514. And later, one of his followers, Sanatana Goswami, started the construction of a temple on the top of that hill, which is now called Nandagram. And if you go there today, you can visit the temple and see deities of Nanda, Yashoda, Krishna there. And Lord Chaitanya instructed his principal followers, the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, to continue this work of transcendental archaeology, rediscovering the lost places of Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan, and finding many lost deities of Krishna and Radharani that were installed 5,000 years ago but were subsequently lost and rediscovered by these Goswamis. So Lord Chaitanya, he stayed in Vrindavan for some time, but he was just always going into ecstasy. And in his ecstasy, he would do things that were very dangerous for him. For example, they would be crossing a river, crossing the Yamuna, and then all of a sudden he would just start chanting and dancing, and his followers just didn't know what to do. They thought, well, if we don't get him out of Vrindavan, something very dangerous might happen to him. So they decided to take him away. So they were going back along the Ganges River towards Allahabad here. And along the way, Lord Chaitanya again went into trance. And at that time, a troop of Muslim soldiers came by. So they saw this, obviously some kind of saintly person, lying unconscious with these other fellows around, and they thought the followers of Lord Chaitanya must have poisoned him, and we're going to rob him or something. So they were about to arrest all of them, and then Lord Chaitanya came out of his trance and explained, no, these are my associates. They're here to help me. And actually all the Muslim soldiers were converted into Vaishnavas. And their descendants are still in that part of India today. They're called the Pathan Vaishnavas. So Lord Chaitanya was converting everyone to his movement. The Mayavadi impersonalist philosophers, the Buddhist, Muslims, everyone. People from high caste, low caste. That was the revolutionary nature of Lord Chaitanya's spiritual movement. And that's why here in the West, we have also become followers of Lord Chaitanya because his movement was open to everyone. So Lord Chaitanya, he continued from Allahabad to Allahabad. He finally got there. And in Allahabad, he gave very important teachings to one of his dearmost followers, Rupa Goswami. And those teachings, which explain the science of love of God, can be found today in the book, The Nectar of Devotion. Then from there, he continued to Varanasi again, where he met his follower Sanatana Goswami and communicated many important teachings to him. Actually, all this deity worship that we're doing now, everything that's going on in this temple is following the teachings that Lord Chaitanya gave to his followers, Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami. Again, in Varanasi, he converted many more impersonalist philosophers. He converted the chief impersonalist, Prakashananda Sarasvati, and his 60,000 followers. And actually, there's a small temple in Varanasi, which you can visit today, which has the deity of Lord Chaitanya, and it also has this painting showing Prakashananda Saraswati and his 60,000 followers that Lord Chaitanya converted. So from there, he went back to Puri, here, and he continued taking part in the Ratha Yatra festivals for some time. But then at the end of his life, he went into seclusion at this place, the Gambhira. And he just was always engaged in transcendental meditation on the pastimes of Radha and Krishna and their followers. And sometimes he would just run out across the sand dunes in Jagannath Puri, wondering, where are you, Krishna? Where are you? And sometimes he would even fall into the ocean, and one fisherman pulled him out of the ocean once. And sometimes he would just collapse on the ground in ecstasy, and his followers could only revive him by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra in his ears. And then finally, when he was 48 years old, after 48 years on this planet, he left this world at the Tota Gopinath temple. It said that he merged his body into the body of the deity of Krishna. There are a couple of stories about how he left his world, but this is one of the ones that Srila Prabhupada gives in his books. So, Lord Chaitanya, we might call him the peaceful avatar. Usually when Krishna comes, he takes on the role of a Kshatriya or warrior prince, and he's often very much engaged in killing the demons, as when he appeared in the form of Lord Ram and killed the demon Ravana. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he doesn't engage in that kind of activity. Instead, he kills the demoniac mentality of people with the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And it is by this chanting that we become qualified to enter into the deeper understandings of the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So, Lord Chaitanya has come to deliver us from the ocean of Kali Yuga. So somehow or other we all find ourselves on the boat of this Krishna consciousness movement, which Lord Chaitanya has launched across the seas of this ocean of misery that we're in now, Kali Yuga. So we should remain on that boat, and keep chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai.
Druta-karma Prabhu ki